Okay, so now let's take a look at what a classroom would look like. So that I'm going to click on one from term 5. So it has my title, and then you'll see that in the stream, it's only announcements like I'll see you online. So I would usually just send these reminders of like, don't forget to the exit ticket, or here's the link to our meeting. So things like that. Under classwork, this is again where a lot of the bulk of the content is organized. So under classwork, I organized it by a few different categories. So I had an assignment tracker, which is where they could keep track of any missing work. That was under materials, so it always stayed at the top. You might want to put your rubrics and other things. But then what I did was I had certain materials just for my culmination. Classwork was basically everything that we did every day. So I would write the classwork and then the title of the thing. Every single day had a piece of classwork. So what it would look like is there would be my instructions, there would be the attachments, and then you could see who turned in and who didn't turn in the work. Once you get in here, then you can, if they turned it in, didn't turn it in, I can send them an email. I can click and send this student an email and ask them why it's missing, or I could click and send an email to all of the students that are missing, reminding them to turn it in. So if I go back to some other classwork, say like an exit ticket. So this was where I attached a Google form. You can see it just said fill out the attached survey. And so I can click on it and look at the work. So that's how it's organized. The other thing is I had a section that's organized by optional assignments. So each assignment, I did not have a due date on it because I wanted to keep it optional. So, and I labeled them all optional. So let's go back. Let's say I want to create a new assignment. It opens this up, and I might want to create classwork and then 8/17 due today. I mean, the way you label it, however works for you. Now, I would write the instructions here, and then I would attach, say, like a Google Doc that I wanted them to fill out, or a survey I wanted them to do. So let's say I wanted to have a Google Doc. I'm just going to go ahead and upload this one. And so what you can do is students can view file that will just, they can look at it, or what I always like is make a copy for each student. So it automatically creates and names each copy of this. Over here where it has points, since I don't work with a points-based system, I just say ungraded. And then the key here is if you want it due, you can actually, you should put a due date in. So let's say if I want it due tomorrow at midnight, then I can have that. So here under topic, I can create a new topic. So maybe I want to create like new classwork. And what it will do is it will add it there. If I have a rubric, and you can also check plagiarism, some nice things. Let's say I'm not ready for the students to just, like this is for tomorrow. I can either assign it right now, but then students might start it before I'm giving them instructions, or I can save a draft, but I recommend just scheduling it ahead of time. So I can say, all right, I want it to post tomorrow at 10 a.m. And so I click schedule, everything's ready to go, and I can see that under new classwork, which is the new title, I can see it's in gray, which means it's going to post tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then I can go in there and edit if I need to. So that's generally how I use it. My tips, though, are to keep a lot of these organized and in areas where with titles that make sense to students. The due dates are really important. Unless it's an optional assignment, I don't put any due dates, because if they do that, if it's optional, they shouldn't have to do it by a certain day, because I'll show you in a moment what this looks like from a student view.